Good morning and welcome to day 14 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage and the longest running poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host today. And Isaac and ASG are a little busy this morning, but I'm sure they'll be joining us as time goes on. I know Isaac will be here in about 10 minutes where he can actually speak with us. So he's a little busy right now, no worries. And poor Rick, he has a crown that came off a tooth. So he's on the way to the dentist this morning, and everybody's having a crazy Monday morning, and we are here for it. So, welcome everybody. Glad to see you guys joining me this morning and my co hosts when they get in position for sure. Many thanks to Elevator Results, my sponsor. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter or check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. You can find the recordings of my past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe when you get there. I'd appreciate it. It is not behind a paywall, it is free of charge. And yesterday I was able to catch up some of the episodes that I've been missing. My poor IT guy has had some really crazy stuff going on in his personal life, and that is more important than me getting my stuff up on my YouTube channel. But we are getting caught up, and I appreciate him, getting back at it, even though he's having some difficulties in real life. So, little prayers sent out to him. Speaking of prayers, I just want to say to everybody, we need to pray for those folks that lost their lives last night in Vegas. We are not going to discuss that topic today, other than I say to you to send up some prayers to everybody that's involved. And the reason I don't want to really get into it is because I just don't think we should. Honestly, people have lost their lives. Other people are, were terrorized by being there during the situation. So we are not going to discuss that. So, co hosts, if you're on the buttons and somebody brings it up, just mute everybody and just let them, and no offense because people come in and out so they don't know I made this announcement. We're just not going to discuss it. People lost their lives and yeah, we're done. So, anyway, let's remember that on June 21st at the Bellagio Poker Room at 1 p.m., we're going to have our fifth official Spaces meetup game. It is a cash game, although it is a 1-3 no limit cash game. Although when you get there, if your table decides to, play some other variation, I don't care. That's up to you and your table mates. My table, however, will remain at a 1-3 table. So if you don't want to play 1-3 no limit, don't sit at my table, people. And that is for many reasons. Most importantly, I don't really know the other games. So, I'm already a fish. You're not going to get me by playing me in a game I don't know. So there you go. Many thanks to Sean McCormick and the entire crew at the Bellagio Poker Room. We appreciate them hosting us and, of course, for providing pizza for us. We have some amazing Splash the Pot items. I want to give a little shout out to the Green Visor gang. I spoke with Isaac yesterday, and they are going to give us not only some Green Visor swag to give away, but 2 Phase 4 passes. We're going to give away that day. And Isaac said that he is going to make sure whoever wins those passes, for instance, if I were going to win it, and, I feel like this is already a setup. But anyway, if I were to win one of the passes, then Isaac's going to make sure my phone, like he's going to install what I ever need and get me all hooked up so that I could just log in and play. So, because trust me, I have no clue. And maybe somebody else at the meetup game that wins it doesn't either. So he's going to make sure they're all set up to go before they leave the meetup game, which I think is a great idea. So I really appreciate that. And when Isaac comes on, we'll talk more about it. But I did want to give a little shout out to our friends with the Green Visor gang for those passes to give away for sure. Please be reminded that we will always try to give the most updated information and accurate information as possible, but we make mistakes. We're human. Information's always changing, updates, whatever. So please make sure to double check any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And also, if you find that we've made a mistake, please let us know so we can correct it with everybody. So everybody gets the updated, corrected information. So we would appreciate those corrections for sure. Um, I'm just going to go ahead in order to buy Isaac some more time because he's trying, I'm sure he's fast and furiously um, talking, trying to get on here with us. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the women, um, the class of 2014 for the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. And this is the Women's Poker Hall of Fame. And I wanted to say, give a little shout out to Lupe Soto, who actually is the founder of the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. And it was founded in 2009, I believe. I'm sorry, 2008. And she is the owner of the Women in Poker Hall of Fame. But shout out to her for having the insight those many years ago to find a way to recognize women in poker. And imagine we're only about 3-4% of the women that make up the field of poker at the WSOP. Imagine what it was back in 2009. I bet it was less than 1%. And so for her to have the insight that it's important to recognize women in poker in order to get more women to play, more women interested, to celebrate those that are pioneering the path for those of us that have come behind them, because we've heard lots of stories about abuse at tables. It was 1,000 times worse back then. We have made improvements for sure, but of course, more improvements need to be made. So let's go back to the class of 2014, and I will make note that I read out the class of 2012 yesterday. They did not do a class of 2013 because at that time they decided to only induct women every other year. So up until 2012, they inducted women every year. Now we induct women every other year. So the class of 2014 was Alan Jeffrey Schulman. Alan won her first bracelet by taking down the 2012 seniors event, outplaying 4,127 other horses. The largest one-day event field at that time. Alan is a lawyer by trade and is one of the world's top experts on online gambling law. And she really works a lot on trying to get online gambling, as well as making sure the laws that are in place are reflective of what we need and want in the poker world. So that's Alan Jeffrey Schulman. She was inducted 2014. The other lady that was inducted that year was Deborah Giardani. I know I'm saying that wrong. Giardina. Deborah moved around to take many different poker industry jobs, including opening the room for Canterbury Park in Minnesota. She then became the VP of poker operations for the Wynn before she and a few others decided to take jobs at Best Bet in Florida. She is currently the VP of Poker Operations at Best Bet and is doing a fantastic job. And I'm just going to tell you, she and a few other Wynn employees went down there to run Best Bet. In my opinion, the best poker room ever. Honestly, they do so much for the players. It's incredible how well run that room is, and they maintain a high standard for sure. If you've never played at Best Bet, I highly recommend it. So, congratulations on her being inducted into the Women's Poker Hall of Fame in 2014.
No wonder the win still has like probably echoes of what she instilled, and it's so good.
100%. Her and the staff that left the wing to go open Best Bet and take over Best Bet, I guess use a better way to say it. Fabulous, like class act. They are always looking for, you know, new ways to do things, better ways. They do a live table. Of course, they welcomed me and my crew with open arms when we did the meetup game there and took great care of us as they do all their customers. So, you guys know I'm always preaching how good they are.
Yeah, you are. I need to go check them out. That's got to be on my list.
It's fantastic, I'm telling you. Go when they're doing either the July, Christmas in July, 12 days of Christmas in July, or the 12 days of Christmas in December. And I know many of you have heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it for anybody that's new here. That promotion is as follows: on the 12th of the month, either the 12th of July or the 12th of December, um, is the first day of Christmas. High hands start at $1,200 an hour.
Nice. Nice.
On the 13th of the month, they go to $1,300 a month, an hour. On the 14th of the month, they go to $1,400 an hour. On the 15th of the month, they go to $1,500 an hour. You guys get the point?
Yep.
Until it's the 24th and $2,400 an hour high hand? Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's very cool. It's very cool. The only thing I will tell you that I was a little disappointed in what they did, and for some reason I feel like they've reversed it now, but I guess I'd have to go back and check. But a couple of years ago, maybe 4 years ago, they had a high hand pot that had not gone off. And it got up to like 700,000, I want to say. And after it went off, they decided to put a cap on the high hand. So the high hand never went above 30,000 before it was reset. Once it went off, then it was reset and 30,000 was the cap. For some reason, I have it in my head that they've changed that again within the last few months, but I'd have to go back and double check that. I don't like that they changed it to cap it. If there's $700,000, you better be giving away $700,000. Um, and I don't know what the reasoning was behind that, but I just feel like, guess what? It's going to bring people to your room. I mean, why would you want to? But there must have been reasons for sure. So, anyway, there you go.
Interesting. Very interesting. But still, it sounds like a destination for poker. So,
I'm I'm telling you, you got to try it at least once. It's not very far from the beach, so you can go to the beach as well while you're there. There's a great place to karaoke, I might add, about a block from the beach, and yeah, I highly recommend it for sure. So you doing okay, Isaac? Welcome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All we can do just navigate through the chaos.
I know that's right. I know that is right. And guess what? One day at a time,
Yeah, boy, oh boy. That
right? One
yeah,
day at a time. All right,
indeed.
tell us about your one shot going on.
All right. The GVG One Shot is our satellite to the WSOP main event. 27 seats at $600 a seat gets you into the tournament. It is one tournament that we will be running on June 16th. It is a 1 hour late registration, no limit hold'em game. Your starting stack is 21K. If you win this very short fielded game, you have the option to get a 2025 WSOP main event seat with accommodations at the GBG house. Or if you cannot attend, you can opt for a final table chop where you will be taking the lion's share and the rest of the final table will get a little bit of your scraps, but everybody will get paid. Yeah, this is our second time offering this. We did the GVG 500 last year. We had 28 players tap in with us, and we awarded the final two a final chop for both of them because unfortunately both of them could not attend. Let me see. Right now, we're at about, I think we're about halfway through our through our raise. We're a little bit over 6K so far that's been raised for this. So over the next few days, however many more entries that come in, we'll tally up the pool probably on the 15th to see where we're at, and then we'll play the game on the 16th. We are looking for this to sell out, so if you are interested in attending the World Series of Poker main event, this is one of the shortest paths to it, along with the fact that it is also about half of what it costs to play a satellite to the main event in Vegas, and you can do it all from the convenience of your device. So if you are interested, by all means, tap in with me, shoot me a DM, or you can also follow Green Visor Gang. That's right here on one of our guests as well. And you can follow to our Discord. Get in there, jump in our general chat, and ask any questions. But like I said, you can either DM me or the Green Visor Gang account if you are interested. Thank you, Sheree.
Awesome. You bet, buddy. You bet. And of course, the Green Visor Gang is always trying to bring that NFT world together with the poker world. And I really admire their hard work in trying to, set those goals and meet those goals. And so, a great path to the WSOP main event for sure. Dana, um, I am wondering, I see in the chat you posted that. Um, Tweet about Andrew Esposito, and honestly, I'm really concerned about that tweet. Does anybody know any details? If not, then I would like you to remove that because it's implying that the young man has passed away, and I have no information if that is here. She's coming up. If that's true, because at first when I first read it, I thought, oh, are they talking about like he's dead in the water from like at a tournament, like his tournament is over? So I just want to make sure we're being good stewards of information. Go ahead, Dana. Do you have any details?
I don't. Good morning.
Good
Um,
morning.
I don't. Um, I just searched his name and the word obituary, and I didn't find anything.
Okay, I'm going to just ask you to take
So
that. If you could take that down until we get details. I don't want, what if, I mean, I just feel funny about having that up and we don't have any details.
I understand. I can DM Cedric and see what's up. But
Okay, perfect. And
uh,
if you could take it down until then, that would be great.
yep, took it down already.
I appreciate you. I just am I'm really funny about that because unfortunately on social media, um, you know, good news travels, bad news travels faster, so to speak. And
Right.
so I want to make sure if that's the case that, we know it for sure before we are helping to disseminate that information. And I pray that it's not true, but here we are. But I appreciate you, Dana, for sure.
Yes, ma'am. I'll DM Cedric right now.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you and your cautious
Well, thank you.
disposition.
Well, I appreciate those words, and just think if it were you, would and
For
it's
sure.
just and unfortunately, people are trying to get clickbait, right? And so we just have to realize that sometimes we just need to ask a few more questions to make sure when we read that, it's actually, it's true. So, anyway, thank you, Dana. I appreciate you. Many thanks to a longtime supporter of mine and my spaces. Some of you may remember him as my tag team partner in Tunica, Michael, who just sent me a bunch of new patches that I can add to my vest of patches. They're all poker patches on my vest. Some of you have seen it in real life. I think he sent me about 8 more patches or maybe 9. So if you see me in Vegas and I have band-aids on my fingertips, it's from sewing. So just mind your own business. Okay. Mind your own business about my fingertips. Okay, here we go. Isaac, you want to give us some information about poker tournaments around town?
Yeah, sure. Let me just grab my note really quickly.
Sure.
All right. see. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's start off with the Westgate Las Vegas. Westgate offers a variety of daily poker tournaments. At 12 p.m. and 3 p.m., there's a $45 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournaments. At 7 p.m., a $65 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. And at 9 p.m., a $60 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. Additionally, they host a 3 p.m. Lazy Pineapple tournament every day with a $45 buy-in. Let me see. Moving over to Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood conducts 4 daily no limit hold'em tournaments at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. Each tournament has a $100 buy-in and offers a starting stack of 20,000 chips. Moving over to Red Rock. Red Rock hosts a daily no limit hold'em tournament at 10:35 a.m. every day. The buy-in varies by day, Monday through Thursday. It's a $125 buy-in. Friday to Sunday, a $150 buy-in. Each tournament offers a starting stack of 25K chips. Let's see now. Moving over to Caesars. Over at Caesars, we have a 10 a.m. $120 buy-in, $50 add-on tournament with your starting stack being 15K chips. At 2 p.m., it's a $160, $50 add-on with 20K starting chips. At 6 p.m., $120, $50 add-on, 15K starting stack. And finally at 9 p.m., $160, $50 add-on, 20K starting stack. Let me see here. Moving over to Resorts World. At Resorts World, we have a 12:05 $200 no limit, and also at 7:05 a $200 no limit. And now, both of these are 25K starting stacks, 30-minute levels, and about a 3K guarantee. And finally, we have Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay offers a $60 no limit tournament at 8 p.m. with a 10K starting stack and 15-minute levels, no guarantee.
Thank you, Isaac. And remember, that's Mandalay Bay and not Mandolin Bay for those that know. Today over at South Point is a 10:10 a.m. no limit tournament, $120 buy-in, 10K guarantee. At 2:10 is their Turbo Bounty, $120 buy-in, 5K guarantee. At 6:10 p.m. is their Deep Stack, $180 buy-in. It is a no limit tournament, 10K guarantee.
Icon.
At 10
So click on that gear icon.
At 10:10 p.m. is the Turbo Bounty. It's a $120 buy-in and a 3K guarantee. Be reminded that the South Point Midsummer 200,000 guarantee tournament starts on Monday, June 16th at 10:10 a.m. with Flight 1A. It's a $300 buy-in, 200K guarantee, and that is the Midsummer Series over at South Point. And again, many thanks to Jason and the gang over there. They're going to give us some stuff to give away at our meetup game and Splash the Pots, or drawings. I'm not sure what he's giving us yet, but when I pick it up, we'll let you know. And I appreciate them at South Point for supporting me and for supporting our meetup games with some great certificates in the past for restaurants at South Point, that have been great prizes. So many thanks to South Point for sure. Do you want to head? Let's see. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Um, Today is day 14 of the WSOP and all Vegas poker coverage. And we're going to move on to the win today. At 11 o'clock is their seniors day three. Or no, I'm sorry, 3-day event. It's their senior high roller, 10K buy-in, 100. Oh my Lord. Let me just stop and start again. At 11 o'clock at the Win is their seniors high roller. It's a 3-day event, 10K buy-in, $500,000 guarantee. At 11 o'clock is flight 1A of their no limit tournament, $1,600 buy-in. It says it's a $2.5 million guarantee. At 12 o'clock is their PKO day 2. At 1800 hours is flight 1B of that no limit $1,600 buy-in tournament. Over at the Venetian today at 11:10 is MSPT day 1B. It's a no limit tournament, $1,100 buy-in, $1 million guarantee. At 12:10 p.m. is their PLO 8 tournament, $800 buy-in, $100,000 guarantee. Over at the Aria is their 11 o'clock Mystery Bounty No Limit Tournament, $1,100 buy-in, $250,000 guarantee. Over at Resorts World, oh no, you said that one. I forget. Sorry. Over at the MGM Grand is a 10 o'clock tournament. It is a double board bomb pot PLO tournament, $300 buy-in, 10K guarantee. 1,400 hours over at the MGM is their Torse, and that's with a T tournament. $600 buy-in, 30K guarantee. At 1,800 hours is their No Limit tournament. It's a $250 buy-in, 10K guarantee. 2,100 hours is their No Limit tournament. $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee. That's all happening at the Grand today. Over at the Orleans at 11 o'clock is their No Limit tournament, $200 buy-in, 15K guarantee. At 12 p.m. is a satellite to the Taurus tournament, and that's $140 buy-in, 15K guarantee. At 1,800 hours is their No Limit tournament, $200 buy-in, 15K guarantee. At 2,200 hours at the Orleans is their Survivor tournament. It's $125 buy-in, $1,500 guarantee. Over at the Golden Nugget at 10 o'clock is Bar Poker Open Flight 1A. It is an invitational tournament. At 1,600 hours is the second flight to 1A. And remember, it's an invitational tournament, so you cannot buy into it. At 1,800 hours is a no limit, at 1,800 hours is a no limit $200 buy-in. And at 2,000 hours is a satellite into the Bar Poker Open. That is $135 buy-in, and you are satelliting into that Bar Poker Open, which honestly, if I was in town, I definitely would be playing that satellite because I want to play that Bar Open at some point in my poker life. They just seem to do a lot and give away a lot, and it's tons of fun. So I would recommend that for sure. I just want to I just want to bring out the fact that Bathwater for Buy-ins put in our chat that Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap has sold out in seconds after its launch. So Bathwater for Buy-ins put that in our chat so we are all informed that her soap has sold out. Sorry if you missed your chance at it. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Thank you for that update, Bathwater for buy-ins. Isaac, would you like to move on to casino history for today?
Yeah, I was reading that earlier, and Bathwater for Buy-ins really is like outrageous with it, right? Like he's even tracking the sales of this thing. Just amazing.
So funny. I laugh every time. I'm sorry. It's so funny. It is just so damn funny. I'm going to let you go ahead and do history, and then we'll move on to the WSOP, pal. You want to turn your microphone on, or are you still looking for your
I was looking
paperwork?
for my paperwork.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just never know when there's a lull. I'm like, okay, do they realize their mic's not on? Or are they still trying to shuffle
Okay,
paper?
I can vamp for a second. Did you? Sorry if you brought this up already, but did you see the Orleans thing about yesterday?
No, go ahead. Inform us.
Okay, so they had a $300 uh,
Okay,
uh, was it 100K? Yeah, it was 100K guarantee. Uh, Sunday special they called it, and they'll be having them for the next few Sundays. And this most recent Sunday yesterday, their 100K guarantee got a $274,000 prize pool.
nice. That's really awesome. Good
So
for them.
if you're thinking about what to play on a Sunday, maybe you you know those guarantees might those guarantees are hitting so hard. Maybe it's an option you might want to think about.
Let me try to find how much the buy-in was. Do you know?
300.
Yeah, it's a $300 buy-in. That's awesome.
Hold on, what I miss?
On Sundays, so yesterday, the Orleans had a $300 buy-in, which had a 100K guarantee, but they topped that prize pool off at 270.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's nice.
Whoa. Yeah, Orleans really does come with it when it comes to that.
Yep,
I gotta say.
they're working
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. They never stop. They never stop. Scary room to play
They're
in too.
working.
Scary room.
Somebody said they chopped it 7 ways. I don't know if it was even chopped, but someone said their piece of the chop was 17,000.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I didn't have it. I don't think I had time to add it to my notes, but I think I took a screenshot to do it for tomorrow. But I do believe you're absolutely correct. That was a seven-way chop. Yep. Yepper. Okay, Isaac, go ahead, buddy.
Alrighty, so let's see. Today we'll start with Excalibur, the casino that swung a sword at subtlety. Open since 1990, Excalibur is what happens when someone asks, "What if we built a castle and filled it with slot machines?" It was a full on medieval fantasy. Turrets, jousting, tournaments, knights in armor greeting guests. It was meant to be family friendly. Yep, Vegas tried that phase in the 90s. And for a while it worked. You had a dinner show with live sword fights, arcade style kid zones, and cartoon level theming. The hotel itself is one of the largest in the world with over 4,000 rooms. And despite all the over the top design, it's found its audience: budget travelers, nostalgia lovers, and folks who just wanted the Vegas experience without breaking the bank. These days, Excalibur's toned it down, but the castle still stands, and that iconic blue and red glow at night, still a beacon for anyone who prefers their Vegas a little weird and a lot of fun. Now, my other one here is on the Sahara. The Sahara, where the Strip found its swing. The Sahara was one of the original kings of the Strip. Opened in 1952, it leaned into Moroccan themes before theme resorts even existed. And the Rat Pack called it home base. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. all performed there. But the Sahara wasn't just about music, it was about energy. They had roller coasters, rotating lounges, and even hosted the Jerry Lewis Telethon for over 2 decades. Damn, that's pretty cool. Like many old Vegas landmarks, the Sahara fell on hard times. Ownership changed hands. Names came and went. It even rebranded as SLS for a while, but in 2019, it reclaimed its original name and identity. Today, Sahara blends its throwback soul with modern flavor, sleek redesign, updated sportsbook, but still a nod to the legends who made it matter. If the strip were a playlist, the Sahara would be that old school swing track you still bump in the car with the windows down. And shout out to the Sahara. We had a meetup game there last year that Sherry hosted, which was awesome at their poker room. Rest in peace to their poker room. Um, Really, really dope. It just sucks, unfortunately, their location these days just doesn't hit, I guess, like it used to. But definitely enjoyed the Sahara and playing the meetup game there.
Me too. I was really disappointed to hear that they did away with it, but it's understandable because they're a little removed from the strip. And although you can take the monorail there and parking is free, it's just not a place that people say, hey, let's go to the Sahara to play poker. And it's unfortunate because their poker room was very inviting. The staff was awesome. We had a great time there for the meetup game. So I definitely was disappointed when they closed it down for sure. Sad day. I hate when poker rooms close down. All right, you guys, we're going to get on. Go ahead, Isaac. Did you have something?
No, no, just I totally feel you, especially good ones. That's the thing. Like a shit poker room, whatever, right? But it's nice, well organized, clean, like comfortable seated poker rooms. We need more of you.
I know that's right. And I wish they would bring my Harrah's and my Flamingo rooms back, but that shit's not happening. Anyway, we're going to move on to the WSOP results and tournaments coming up today. Um,
Okay, I have a quick question because
Go ahead.
I didn't catch to see if it happened or not. Did Chino get his first bracelet?
Well, we're going to get to that. Don't be skipping up the beat. Hold on.
I was just curious because I was watching the
Hold
stream
on,
last
dear.
night.
Hold on to your britches. It's coming up in just a few short minutes.
All
We're going to
right.
make you wait for it. And
Okay.
send Avi a microphone if he wants, in case he wants to report on his Tetris outing right now. But I am going to start with the Colossus, which, um, day two was yesterday. There were 16,301 players, and 103 of those are moving on to day three, which is today. The leader in chips is Carlos Caldas of the United States with 31 million. Tom Verbruggen, I'm sure I'm butchering that, has 30 million in chips. Some notables that cashed. Congrats to our Spacers Kush. He went out 542nd out of the 16,301 for $1,860. Congrats to Wolfie, who finished 559th out of that total for $1,860. And congrats to Software Brian, who finished 757 for $1,540. Event number 24 was the $1,500 pot limit Omaha double bomb pot tournament. It had 2 million in the prize pool, 1,452 players. The winner went into yesterday with the biggest stack and came out with the biggest stack of money. I'm going to spell his name Xixiang. Lau took home $290,000 for his efforts. Trash Can Rob, I wonder if that's his legal name. Anyway, took home second place for 193,000. Event number 25, which was the 10K 7 card stud tournament, had 951,000 in the prize pool, 100 runners, and guess what? This is the one Isaac is waiting to hear about. Should I make him wait longer and skip it for now? No, I won't do that to my friend. Nicholas Genti, I think it's that, Guagenti, took home first place in 295,000. Chino Ream took home second for 196K. Mike Matasow took home eighth for 33K. Maury Escadani took home fifth for 70K. So there you go, Isaac.
I got to tell you, Chino choked.
Did he? You were watching it?
He
Oy.
had like a 7-1 chip stack speed.
Oh, oh,
And the other
ouch.
guy was literally telling him, listen, if we got to be here 5 hours, we're going to be here 5 hours. Dude was, I think, and now I kind of feel like I was right. Dude was just mind fucking Chino the whole time. He was, you know what it was like? It was like rounders. Check, check,
Oh,
check, check, check. No
oh,
betting. Just straight fucking fuck you on the table. I got to tell you, this dude, the guy who took first, definitely gonna be looking out for this guy because that was a fun thing to watch. Because I've seen Chino over the years. Chino's a very impatient player,
right.
right? I've seen him live and I've seen him like televised, and I've noticed that. And I don't root not for the guy, but
Sure.
I kind of saw it last night where I was like, dude, you want your first bracelet and you're over here trying to push this guy a little too hard. He got him. He got him. Wow. I wish I could have
Wow.
seen that transfer of chips because right before the stream ended last night, they were, I want to say he went from 7-1 to like 4-1. And that's when I was like, oh, this is looking dangerous. He got him.
Oh, wow.
Wow. He got him. Wow.
Wow. Got him. Bang, bang. Well, congrats to Nicholas. That's for sure. He worked it, as they say. Moving on to event number 26, which was the 25K No limit eight-handed high roller, 7.1 million in the prize pool, 300 entries, 18 left. Up at the top is 1.9 million. The leader going into today is Anatoly. I think it's nicotine, has 6 million in his chip stacks, and Chinwe Lim has 5 million. So good luck to those folks. Event number 27 is the $1,500 Big O tournament. $2 million in the prize pool. There were 1,499 runners, 17 left. 297,000 is waiting at the top. Chip leader going into today is Kevin Ho with 6 million. Nicholas Milgram has 3 million, and notable Space's favorite Barry Levy finished 53rd for over $5,900. So congratulations to Barry on that great run. I'm glad he stayed in town. Event number 28 was the $600 mixed no limit pot limit Omaha Deep Stack. There were 2,775 runners, 115 remain. 178,000 is at the top for the winner. The leader going into today is Easton Orman from the United States. He has 3 million in his chip stack. And here's a name for you. In second place is Chat GPT. $3 million in their chip stack. A notable that's what I did. I left too. Um, crazy. People are crazy. Notable, our very own spacer, Andres Ferrelli, is in it to win it. He has 1 million in his chip stack. So good luck, Andres. Event number 29 was the $2,500 tournament, 3.4 million in the prize pool. There were 1,493 entries. 225 remain. There is $496,000 waiting at the top for the winner. The chip leader at this time is Sheldon Gross with 761K. In second place is Aligned with 755K. Event number 30 is the 10K no limit deuce to 7 low ball draw, has 1.7 million in the prize pool, 189 runners, 79 remain. And this is a deep stack of names in this top, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8 players in chip stack sizes. Let's listen to these names here. The chip leader is Nick Schulman with 323,000. Scott Seaver, 304,000. Alex Foxen with 301,000. Bradley Jansen with 294,000. Darren Elias has 288,000. Daniel Smith, 277,000. D Neggs at 274,000. Those are your chip leaders, like they're crushers. And a little shout out to Team Spacers. Excuse me. One of our runners, Brian Rast, has 199,000. So let's hope he runs deep here. And just a couple of notables, Sean Deeb has 142,000, and Huck Seed, a crowd favorite, has 137,000 in that event number 30. A quick rundown of today's schedule. 10 a.m. is day 1A of event 31, $800 no limit deep stack, 8-handed tournament. At 11 o'clock is day 2, event 28, $600 mix, no limit, pot limit, Omaha Deep Stack. At 12 p.m. is day 2 of event 29, which is that $2,500 no limit. Also at 12 p.m. is day 1 of event 32, which is the 50K no limit, 8-handed high roller. At 1 p.m., day 2, event 30 is the 10K no limit deuce to 7 low ball draw. And at 2 p.m. is day 1 of event 33, which is the $1,500 no limit tournament. So that's what's going on and has been going on at the WSOP. Go ahead, Isaac, and then we're going to go over to Avi, who may be on a time crunch.
Okay, first off, great job. Second,
Thank you.
uh, dope to see where Wolfie ended up. Salute to Wolfie. What I didn't hear was software. How did he do?
Yeah, software finished. And just for the record, I did announce it. Um, and I'm just going to tell everybody, those of us that are hosting and and bringing up topics to discuss, well, another person is talking. We're working behind the scenes, so we miss sometimes what you're saying. So I'm not trying to poke at Isaac. I get it.
Oh, poke at me.
So
It's okay. I can take it.
no, it's not. I don't want anybody to say Sherry was being rude. No, I was just poking at it, people. Okay. Software Brian finished 757 for $1,540.
My guy.
So, hell
Congratulations.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Avi, welcome, buddy. How's Tetris?
Hey Sherry. Yeah. Well, the weekend's over, but yeah, it was really fun.
So, what were some of the highlights?
Uh, I think I posted a video of it on my Twitter, but I went around and had all these people sign my cartridge of Tetris. Is like kind of like that's like my year, but can you sign my Tetris to everyone thing? In that exact voice too, by the way. Okay. Excuse me. So the
Well,
person.
that's a cool idea.
Or actually, you know what the highlight was this kid came down from Canada who wasn't there last year, and he just has such fucking positive energy, and this whole Canadian contingent was like cheering for him. But just like the laws of attraction is all about like positivity. Like if you have negativity, you like push people away. If you have a positive charge, you draw them. Yeah. Anyway.
I believe totally in that concept. A lot of times I get, people will say things to me like, well, she never wants to talk about blah, 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 because it's not positive. Like, why would I want to spend energy on that? You know, I want to stay with the positive. It doesn't mean I'm ignoring that. It's just I choose to acknowledge that it's happened or not happened. It's a negative. I choose not to focus on the negative. And a lot of people can learn from that train of thought, like stay in the positive, people. Avi, did you make some new friends?
Uh, yeah, like all these people, like literally everyone there already knows my name because I've been very active and very generous in like multiple Tetris streams and locations. Um, and just like kind of putting faces to names more so than anything else. And then also, just kind of recognizing I'm not the college kids' age. I'm not the high school kids' age.
Sure.
I'm the parents' age. Yeah, and to just so I kind of like was more talking to some parents. I met someone's father, talked to him for a long time. Someone who he changed jobs and doesn't have time to run streams anymore. But when I first came to Tetris, he was the stream runner that I was like watching the most of, someone who would call matches for two people. So I hung out with him, like, we went to the after party, adults drinking beers, kids drinking Dr. Peppers, uh, and I hung out with him for a long time. But I was struggling when I first got up here with the Clayton. Like I just
Sure. Sure.
hadn't found peace with it. Like was trying my best to devote as much time talking about it, working through it on my own, but it just wasn't enough time with, 3 day no, 2 days away going to Los Angeles, and I have to be really happy, it's like this I don't know, like very bipolar situation that I was in. And that I know these people, but they don't even know that I had two brothers. They don't know any of my shit. So, like, to start opening up to people that I just don't have like a close friendship with, like, I was kind of trying to talk to people who I felt closer to, but I ended up calling my brother. We were already set to meet up, but on the way there, I was like, I don't want to dump on him, but I need to get this out. And he's like the only person who can help me. So basically, I met him in a park on the west side of town. I cried like 3 times, in public.
Well, let me just say this to you, Avi. I'm so proud of you for reaching out to your brother. That's exactly the person you should be reaching out to. He's your brother. And guess what? Good for you for grabbing the bull by the horn, as they say, and picking up the phone or texting, whatever it was, and reaching out to him and saying, "Hey, I need your ear." Good for you, Avi. Good for you. And good for you for crying. I've always told my kids, if you feel like crying, cry. I don't care where you are and what time of day or night. If you need to cry, fucking cry. That's it. I think I had this conversation with somebody else in this space about this very subject the other day. But anyway,
Oh,
Avi,
that reminds me. You know what? I had a blunt rolled up for you, Avi. So I don't know if you're going to the meetup game, bud, but I'm gonna save that blunt for you, buddy.
oh, Avi, there's an offer you can't resist.
I don't give an offer I can't refuse.
I love it. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Avi, and I'm glad that you met with your brother and worked through some of that stuff for yourself. You know, anyone that's been in spaces definitely understands how you're feeling, and you've gone through a lot the last couple months, and you know, it is what it is. Do you, whatever that is, Avi, do you?
And I'm checking out right now, so I gotta get going. But
All right, buddy. Be safe on the road. Be safe on the road. We're proud of you, Avi. Good job. Just a reminder, Yvonne Montenegro will be stopping by tomorrow morning to talk to us about the donation she made to our meetup game, which is, of course, a Malta Poker Festival package. And hopefully, she'll give us some details about Malta. And don't forget, that package does not include airline tickets. You will have to pay for that yourself, folks. Go ahead, ASG.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to the WSOP for a second. The
Sure.
20, so the 25K, they had 392 entries, and of those 392 entries, 72 players maxed late reg. Uh,
Oh, yes. Yes, they did yesterday. There seemed,
and
and they had to do a new draw, right?
yeah, they had to do a new table draw because they started out with all the max late reg people like sitting together, is which hurts on all ends. But yeah, I think some something needs to be fixed if everybody thinks that the best way to enter a poker tournament is to not play poker.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. And I'm sure they're going to look at that after this. And
But
yes,
it's like, what's the way to fix it though? Is the real question.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But let's just go over that again for those of you that may not know. 72 people late regged at the same time, which threw the tournament in an uproar. And so they actually redrew all the remaining players and the new players that late reg. They redrew the whole thing and assigned new seats. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that for sure. I don't know. I don't know. I got to give that some thought. Anybody got some comments on that? If not, we'll move along.
The idea I suggested or I don't know, we were talking about it in a couple of Discords, and there didn't seem to be a great way. Uh, you could either make late reg end earlier, or you need to find some way to incentivize people buying in early. So I
Well,
suggest, yeah.
and I'm going to tell you, I've been a big proponent, probably my entire poker life, that they should end registration earlier. Um, if you, I mean, if the operators were, looked at the numbers and, paid attention to the numbers, you can look, if you have a open registration for say 5 hours, if you look at, when when is the most registrations during those 5 hours? Is it right at the clock, in that fourth hour and 59 minutes? Or is it at the 2 hour mark? Where are the most registrations? I, would venture to guess it's not during hour, you know, 3 or maybe even 2.5 to 4.5. And so get rid of those hours. Like, come on. No matter what, they're going to late reg. So whether it's an hour 2 or hour 5, it really doesn't matter. They're still going to late reg. But I definitely think late registration should be shortened for sure. Karen, you have any comments? Welcome.
Welcome. Can you hear me okay? I'm in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
So I heard most of what ASG said and what you just said. So which tournament was this in now?
Um, was it the $2,500 tournament?
$25,000 high roller.
Oh, it was a 25K high roller.
So I see. So they had a whole bunch that
Oh,
registered late, and then there
oh,
weren't enough spots to
no.
put them in.
Okay, so it was 72 late registrations at the same time. So in order for the late for all of them not to play just with each other, they just redrew the whole field.
I see. Interesting.
Did you want to add anything else? Do you think the late reg should stay at it as it is, shorten up, make it longer? What do you think, Karen?
Um, I don't feel knowledgeable enough. I'm not real sure about it. Yeah. I guess with the high roller, it seems like it's a smaller field. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm just going to
Food for
say
thought.
I appreciate your willingness to make some comments. Thank you so much. And for those of that are participating in Fantasy Poker League, uh, specifically Team Spacers, I can't be the only one hoping that some of our horses get into that 50K and 10K deuce to seven low ball and that 50K eight-handed high roller and do well today. Hello, we need some horses running actually. Um, I want to remind everybody of the WPT Gold Rush Lounge is located at Old Red on the third floor and it is only open Thursday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the Poker Org Legends Lounge will be open June 24th through July 11th. They do have free drinks and snacks. It's a great place to take a break, grab a quick meeting. It is truly a lounge atmosphere. Lights are dim. It's very nice. Only thing you need to do in order to get in is subscribe to their website, become a member. I'm going to do some winners around town. Over at the Venetian, Andres Vasquez came in second in the $800 no limit ultimate stack for 32,000. He is from Colombia. Jason Phillips is the winner via four-way chop of event 34, which is a $600 deep stack. He took home 6,000 and some bounties. Josh Rickert took down the inaugural MSPT tournament. It was a $1,600 buy-in Heart of Poker Championship for $212,000. So that was a nice prize pool. Second in that tournament, a little shout out to Jessica Verling, who is on a roll. She took home $159,000. So, congrats to those winners around town. Don't forget, tomorrow, Yvonne is supposed to stop by and talk to us about that Malta package she's giving us for the meetup game as a giveaway. I'm so excited about that for sure. All right, I'm going to go around the horn. Karen, you have anything you'd like to bring up?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, I'm going to jog your memory. You surely want to bring up. Wait, hold on. Before I go on to that, Michael, I gave you a little shout out earlier. Thank you for the patches. Karen, I know you forgot, but I'm going to toot your own horn. Um, you won some money to give away on ACR,
That's
and
true.
you started to give it away to your listeners. So tell us how much you won to give away and how have you been giving it away?
Yeah, um, that is true. I do have this small announcement. So we have a monthly tournament between the ACR Stormers, and so 2 months in a row, I placed, which means I get tournament bucks that can be used on ACR. Um, I win some to give away, and this time I got second, so I'm giving away 750 bucks total. I, so far, I've just been doing it in $10 chunks. I think I'll continue to do that. So yeah, pretty much every stream that I have until the World Series of Poker in a couple of weeks, I have to give away money. So last stream I gave away 120. Stream before that 120, and so forth. So thanks, Sherry.
You bet. And I stopped in and tried to win my $10. It didn't work out too good, but I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah, and the name of the channel is It's Ben and Karen
There you go.
in
Thank
my
you for
bio
sharing.
here on
Thank
Twitter.
you. Yep, it's in her bio. Thank you for sharing, Karen. Go ahead, Isaac.
Me, and me. I need ACR money. Let's go.
Better go head over to her channel and listen for the giveaways. It's quite simple. Quite simple. All right, I'm going to go around the horn. Dana, you have anything to add, love?
Nope. Oh, I did hear back from Cedric and to confirm Andrew has passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I appreciate you checking that information. That's Andrew Esposito.
Hmm.
The details are sketchy unless Dana's got any more.
Yeah, I don't have any details of, how or when, but I'll keep my ears open
So, a little prayer to Andrew's
for
family
sure.
uh, and friends. I'm sorry to hear that news. I don't know the young man. Um, Definitely sorry to hear that news. So, Andrew Esposito has passed away. So thank you. Send a little prayer, folks. ASG, we're going to move on to you. If you have anything you'd like to add, bring up, so forth.
Nope. Yep. Good luck to everybody in whatever they're going today.
I know that's right. Pray for those Team Spacers players today, too. May the poker gods be with them. Isaac, you have anything else, bud?
As always, thank you for everybody for showing up today. We appreciate you. Sherry, thank you for hosting. Yeah, just the FOMO grows, and as always, go us. Team
Go
Spacers,
us.
go us. And,
Go us.
and yeah, besides that, what's today? Today's Monday, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't doing anything later and you want to get into some late night poker degeneracy, I will be hosting a space later on today with my co-host from Gambler Casino, which is one of GBG's sponsors. We host a free roll. If you guys want to hop in, we play for casino credits on gambler.io. And yeah, besides that, see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that, Isaac, and the kind words. Life is short. Hug those loved ones, people. If you're on the felt today, good luck to you. If not, touch that grass. I appreciate everybody listening and supporting what we're doing here. Whether you're listening live or you're listening on the replay, I appreciate you. Be safe out there. Have a great day. Much love.